Hello Guardians, it is Ebontis, and in today's video we're going to cover the Ruins of Wrath, and at this point we have unlocked everything. So if you come out to the compass and you check, I have unlocked every single piece of this thing. So we are 21 for 21. Today we finally did unlock the increased duration of safe passage. We were able to do everything we needed to do before with the safe passage piece in this area, but we've unlocked some other things since. We've got the memory caches, the Ascendant mysteries, so we've got stuff in here that we haven't seen before, but we can 100% basically every piece of this thing at this point. A couple reminders for your loadout. If you want to bury your weapon, you can bring it, but I don't even tend to actually use one very often because unstoppables are good to go. The barrier guy you can nuke with a linear fusion rifle if you've got a decent one. Doesn't really matter which one. I use a fusion rifle just to pump out a good amount of damage. And you're going to want Agger's Scepter. This is the other piece. You are going to have a few walls. None of these really seem too crucial. They're going to have some anchors. They have chests that seem to have loot. But Agger's Scepter in and of itself doesn't seem to really be required for any of the chests for Triumphs, which is a little weird. And the other thing you'll note is when you go to Triumphs, I showed you guys some of this stuff before for the mysteries, but we're going to have 2 Ascendant mysteries, and we're also going to have the 3 memory caches, but I'm also going to open every other chest that's in here. So that one we're going to check off. The other thing that we're going to do is if you go to challenges, I had mentioned this last week, so I wanted to make sure I brought it up. The Illusory barriers that you would use Agger's Scepter to break, Bungie auto-completed this portion of the Triumph for everybody. So if you hadn't done any of these yet, they are already done because they completed it for everybody. So you don't really have to worry about breaking them. You're going to do it anyway, and I'll show you guys where everything's at, but they're not really required at this point. So I just wanted you guys to know why that is that way. But that being said, let's jump inside the activity. Again, remember, you do have Unstoppable and Barrier. The Barrier, I don't even care. Just I kill him so fast it doesn't matter. And Unstoppable, you'll want to bring something for that. So here we go. All right, so when you load in,
Guardian, and be bold.
Basically the biggest thing you're going to do in this first part is just head straight to the beacon, because then everything's going to get unlocked from there. So we're just going to go ahead to the beacon. You can skip over most, worrying about anything too much. Just go in, we'll clear the beacon. I'm just going to run down there for you guys real quick. I'll cut through the fighting. Just remember, this is where you have the Unstoppable Ogre. So you want to make sure your Unstoppable weapon is ready, whatever you got for that one. Once we clear that out, then we're going to go through quite a few collectibles, memory cache, the first Ascendant mystery. We're going to do a lot from this first one. And then the second one, we'll get the rest. But as usual, I'm not going to finish the fighting. I'm not going to finish like the whole thing, so you guys can do that. Bring on the special ammo. Alright, so let's clear Beacon 1. See you guys on the other side. Alright, so once you've cleared Beacon 1, we're going to do everything that this one opens up. So first one you're going to do, if you're facing right to Beacon 1, like kind of right through these little, goalposts, if you've been watching any sports ball, do a quick 180, and we're going to grab our first little true sight right here. And you can jump on one chest here if you don't bounce off of it. Here's anchor number 1. Watch for the big rocks coming by. They will kind of ruin you. Then you got a chest. This is in trivial chest. We're going to go ahead and drop all the way down right here. All the way down to, well, I went 1 low, but this is the idea. Clear out a couple of these ads. They're not too bad. Fusion rifles do wonders. Remember, prismatic decaster works down here. And we've got 2 things. So if you're facing the barrier breach and kind of looking back towards that open hole, look to your left right here, and you've got a scepter wall. There's a chest back there. I'm going to grab Barrier Breach. You don't need it for this one, but it lasts 45 seconds because it's extended, so we'll just do 2 birds with 1 stone. Collect your loot. I've got more bows from those chests. It's so weird. And then come up here. You're going to have also a barrier chest in here. You're going to have 2 random ads, 2 or 3. They're not a big deal. Grab this chest. We still have 25 seconds. This is a trivial mystery. And then if you need a refresh, you can grab it. Otherwise, come back outside. And you'll notice the big glowing yellow light over there. If you stand near that when it explodes, you will die. Not a big deal. You'll get to revive. So now we're going to head back to Beacon 1 as a point of reference. And then we're going to go to our next section. Alright, so back to Beacon 1, facing the same direction. We're going to turn left. You're going to find your true sight over here. But don't go jumping off quite yet. Grab your true sight, and then turn around, And you'll notice we have a little memory fragment. So this is memory fragment number 1, sitting right up here.
I recognize this place.
I'm going to let that play out as we run across and grab this anchor.
The data cache here has old combat logs of mine. At the beginning of the Dreaming City's curse loop,
There's an anchor.
we held out until the end.
Keep going
But
across.
we were down to our blades against the Taken. We heard voices.
Now, you don't need to pick up True Sight right now. We're going to come back and grab it to go all the way across.
Surged at our backs. They came from a split in the plains.
So here, we can just finish these guys real quick.
And then I recognized
Quick
some of
delete,
their
grab your
faces.
barrier breach.
My
I have heavy ammo, so I may as well do that.
friends who had already fallen in the battle.
And here is your chest. There's really nothing else in this room.
I led the same
That's an
fights to their
enigmatic mystery.
deaths.
Enigmatic mystery back here. You can grab barrier breach again if you want to, but it lasts so long I tend to not need to double up on it. Now we're going to re-up on True Sight, and we're going to go head out to that far island. Once again, we're stocked up there. Travel across, we're going to get another anchor this time. So far, 1 anchor, 1 chest. This will be 2 anchors.
The Hive forced their way into this dimension like brutish
And
thieves, sculpting the
then
plane with crafts
you'll notice we got this
disregard
guy.
its
Little
elegance.
invisible wall that many of you guys bumped into first. Or invincible, I should say. Come back, tuck around this corner, and we've got another chest. There we go. Grab True Sight so you can get a safe passage home. And let's work our way back to Beacon 1. So that is everything out this direction. Try and do this as efficient as possible. When we get to Ascendant Mystery 2, I will tell you guys, there's going to be places that you'll have seen, but there's so much going on with Ascendant Mystery 2. I basically try and get most things that you might pass by done, so you don't have to worry about trying to remember to get them there. So there's not going to be, like, perfect efficiency in this one, but Ascendant Mystery 2 kind of is its own animal in and of itself, so I was trying to make that one simple so you don't have to worry about too much. But as you can see, there's the memory fragment, in case you missed it. And we can align ourselves again. So we're back at Beacon 1. Once again, right up here, looking through the goalposts. This time, turn to your, shockingly, right. It's the only direction we haven't gone. Now, as you head over here, you are going to have basically a ship that shows up and wants to kind of destroy you. So let it spawn. There seems to be something down here, which means there's likely... crystal wall right here. I was like, I knew there was one. So here's another Ascendant chest, or a little anchor tucked underneath. There we go. Grab that one. You guys can hear the ship doing its thing. These guys are going to be out here. So for now, you do need like solar melee abilities. So if you want to use that in here, it's not going to be a bad idea. Just wipe out the ads that are around. Kind of let the ship pass through. Grab ammo if you can. There might be a couple more ads up top. And before we get to the actual mystery, I'm going to grab a couple things real quick. I love this thing when it freezes everybody. Okay, down here, if you're facing up to the tower spire and just down here to the left of it, we're going to grab True Sight. And we're just going to knock these out now. We're going to come back through here later, but when you come back through here later, there's so much going on. This is one of those that's easier to knock out now and not have to worry about later. We'll get to that anchor in a bit. Don't worry. Come up to the top. Grab this chest. And we're going to be back here later, but I'll tell you guys when we get there. So now that we've unlocked some of these mysteries and such, you'll notice you got a little glowy platform here. And the nice thing is, when you step on, this is going to be Ascendant Mystery 1. So let's get it started. So not a whole lot happens. We're just going to unlock this door by standing here. Takes a little bit to do. And then we're going to drop all the way down into basically the bottom of this giant tower. We'll get to the top on the second one, but for now we're going down in the bottom and knock out some stuff down below.
A hive fortress turned prison now opens its gates to you.
So you've got a little Toland ball. These are usually the balls of light that you can follow. And basically you're going to walk in here, you're going to look down, and work your way down. Now in here you're going to have a few ads, so you're going to want to kill those. You don't technically have to if you know where you're going, but if you're not sure where you're going, it's just easier. Now, I've looked in this area. There's not a whole lot going on in here. I don't know if there's like an Ascendant wall, so if one of you guys find one later on, cool. I haven't spotted one specifically yet, so I'm sure I missed something, though. Grab Barrier Breach, though, and we are going to head down below. If you ever done Pit of Heresy, this is going to look very familiar. I tend to come to one of the sides, so you don't have to worry about this one, and don't have to worry about that one. Then all you got to do is try and basically time your fall. So if you feel like you're going to hit one or two of these in the face, just slow the fall, and then get to the bottom. Now try and wipe these guys out. Now, you've got Skoroboth, the son of Zivurath. We actually have one of his sons now. We're escalating our issues. He's big, he's slow, he's not really anybody you got to worry about. So the first thing I want you guys to do is grab your true sight. And we're going to do two things with this. We're going to jump up on this, and then jump up here. We're going to grab a chest. That's a trivial. Going to grab this anchor in the back. I'm also trying to move the big guy, if that isn't clear. He'll kind of come and go every so often. He's over there. And with true sight up, I'm going to give you guys a point of reference. If you're looking into the room this way, towards the lit up area, you'll notice this is memory fragment, or memory cache number 2, right over here. He's just kind of being annoying, so I was trying to move him away a little bit. Alright, so now that you've got what you need, we've got to go get our first relic. So what you're going to need to grab, you can grab safe passage to make this sooner, or a little easier. Doesn't really matter. Main thing, barrier breach. Grab Toland, or follow Toland through here. And you might have a random ad or two in here. No big deal. Go ahead and open this chest. It's one you'll want to collect. That is an enigmatic mystery, so you'll get that one checked off. We're going to grab this relic, and what you're going to do is use this relic to break the shield on the knight. Now, you notice this room is glowing. If it's glowing, it's those little totems that need to explode first. So if you see any orange light in here, you're going to want to wait just a minute, just before you get, kind of knocked out. If you run out of barrier, come in here and grab it. And then if the son of Zivurath is back, which you might have some more ads, you want to make sure you throw this orb at him. And then now's a good time if you want to go say super. Whatever you got. You can use weapons, doesn't matter. You're only going to do about 1/3 damage to him, and then he's going to go immune, and you're going to have to deal with him a little bit later. But for now, these guys are up because I popped the safe passage, so it's like you don't actually have to fight all these guys. It would normally just be him. Or if you do pop safe passage, just kill the guys first and you won't have to fight them again. So that's the thing. Remember, if you pop safe passage at least once every so often, the war bandit right there has been defeated. So you're going to grab the relic, come back, throw it at the guy, or at the sun, and he's going to be about 1/3 health. So from here, we've got to go down to get the relic. Again, and we're going to do this 3 times. So we're going to drop down. Don't touch the middle. That's actually a little elevator. We'll use that. And as you head back this direction to the relic, we're going to grab this anchor on the way. Get another 30. Head on back this way as well, and you'll see the relic is tucked back here. So grab this again. Now, I don't know if the sun is going to follow me down here. He previously didn't. But he actually showed up right here for me this time, so I'm going to go ahead and take that. I'm going to pull out a linear fusion rifle. He goes immune pretty quick, so you're going to have to do this 3 times no matter what. Now, previously, if for some reason you need to look for him and he's above, or you need to go back up, you can use this elevator for a quick ride back up. It's easy to get to and use, so don't worry if you miss something for whatever reason. You can use that to get back up. Just wanted to show you guys it works. Final phase will be back in the back. You can see his actual immune shield back there. So this is going to be a safe passage area. So same principle is going to apply. What we're going to need to do is grab barrier breach, which is on the right. I would drop down. Toland will basically kind of take you right underneath here. You've got a relic. We can throw this at ugly. Once I get up here, you're slowed, remember, but I am invisible, which makes my life a lot easier. And now, nice little fusion rifle death, and we're good to go. And from here, you'll notice this chest has now appeared on this little throne in the back. And this is Ascendant Mystery number 1. The Lord of the Underground. So before you go any farther, you are going to have this little sector wall over here to the right. So go ahead and may as well knock that one out at the same time. Come back in here, and that'll be a nice little loot chest. Again, those don't seem to be trivial or enigmatic. It's just a loot chest. And now we're going to head back to the top. And what I expected, because I got down here before, and you guys may have seen this, the portal wasn't active. Now that we're down here when we're supposed to be down here, you have a nice easy exit. That's all that's back here. You can head to the left. There's not much over there. It literally just pops out that direction. There's nothing over there, though. So, at this point, we can head back to the top. And it'll look very familiar. Anytime you pop out around here, though, the ship's going to be on you. So we can head back to Beacon 1. Leave them be. I'll go back to Beacon 1 for a reference, but you won't have to go all the way down here once you watch this video. And facing Beacon 1 once again, we're going to head on this way. So as we go forward, you probably have seen this one before if you've been doing these runs for a little bit. But we're going to grab this anchor here. Watch the debris coming by. This is the debris field. And we're going to work our way to the slow area. We can't do too much here at the moment. So we will come back through here. Don't worry about that. For now, we're just trying to get through the slow area. So I know this path that I'm taking works. There's probably multiple paths that do work. Find one that works for you or find the one that I'm using. It's really up to you. Mainly this rock I know right here is lower that I go to. Tips up. Usually can grab onto the edge. Grab up here. And then from here, you're out of the slow field. We'll come back through there. Don't worry, there's plenty to do in there. All right, grab this anchor before we get to Beacon 2. And now we're going to go clear Beacon 2. So we can unlock all the rest of the goodies, which the second Ascendant mystery is quite a trip, actually. So that one should be a lot of fun. So let me clear out these ads real fast. It is nice to freeze them so you don't have to worry about them running off. Missing my hammer. As I said, you need solar melee kills. I don't know if it's just melees or solar melees, but throwing hammer seems to work. Alright, so I'm going to clear out Beacon 1. I'm facing the ship, so I'm going to cut back when I'm done with this. Alright, just if you guys want to see what this is like to kill this guy real fast with just your linear fusion rifle, because it's unstoppable, he will actually get staggered if you hit him. He dies in 2 shots, so goes pretty quick. And that is Beacon 2. Alright, so now let's get to all the goodies. Alright, so now that we've cleared out Beacon 2, we're going to turn to our left. Jump up here, grab True Sight. We're going to work our way to that island over there. Try and make sure you're on the same level because I've had that thing kind of step on my head. Listen for the floating rocks to go by. I feel like, oh, there they go. Apparently you need the True Sight to see the rocks. And you cannot miss this one right here. So literally jump across. This is memory cache number 3. That is all 3 memory cache. Nope, that's True Sight. Now I can interact. There we go. That is memory number 3.
The hive tried to gain access by force.
So now we can grab Barrier Breach. And just keep going around the same direction. Since Barrier Breach lasts like 40 seconds, we can do 2 birds with 1 stone. Grab your anchor. And then, come around here, you've got your barrier chest tucked in the back. That's a trivial. And we've come full circle. Ta-da! So, your memory would have been picked up there. We've got True Sight. And now we're going to head back. And don't worry, we're going to come back to this area too, but there's so much teleporting that comes up happening. I just don't want to mess with it. That's always a bit of a vertical jump. Gonna grab a little bit of ammo in case I need it for anything. I don't think I really will. And we are back to Beacon 2, again facing the ship. So now, we're gonna head forward, and we're gonna do all the stuff in the middle slow area that I was talking about. So if you come up here, and basically if you get to this little ledge where you would be heading towards the ship, just turn to your right. And we're going to head back into the slow barrier area. And basically from here, you can still jump. But if you head that way, you won't be able to. Wait for the rocks. They will smash you in the face. Make sure this jump points in the right direction. And then jump across here. And all we're going to do right now is grab Safe Passage and head out to that little island. So grab it and run. You might have some ads that join you. That's okay. Go ahead and collect your loot here. And then you're going to want to fly high and land right here. And normally all this chaos is not happening. The ships make it worse. The ships make it so much worse. These are all the Ravagers I was talking about. Linear fusion, pretty much one-shots these guys. Jeez. There we go. Okay, to slow that down in the middle of chaos, grab safe passage, jump to that island, grab your chest. Make sure you get a big enough jump, so like try and get up over this island so as you fall down slowly, you at least land on something. And then when you come back up this way, doesn't look like it, but you can make that jump. Go here, same thing, you're jumping on a slow rock, so make sure you kind of line everything up. Jump here, and we're going to take true sight off of these floating debris crazy towns. Right here, we're going to grab our anchor. You should be on normal movement mode now, so no longer slowed. Go ahead and collect this one. That's a trivial mystery. And you'll notice we got a big fire spire over there. We're going to get to that. Don't worry. Yeah, I'm going to leave him there for a second. Because all I really want to do right now is come over here, stay outside of safe passage just so I can move. And I'm going to find this wizard. Actually, I'll just do this easily. Walk in here, grab safe passage, jump up on this thing. We're going to grab our chest. Don't worry about that, wizard. Grab our chest. And then you've got this guy down here. So you've got a Soulfire X arc. Fusion rifle. Where'd you go, buddy? Hello? You want to come back? There he is. Yeah, fusion rifles work wonders in here. I know I'm using a lot of things with special weapons, but it works. Okay. So this is the start of Ascendant Mystery 2. There's a lot of pieces to it, so we're going to start it, gather a couple other things, and then we're going to finish it. But you may as well start it since we're out here. So what you want to do... oh, okay. So wherever you kill the actual wizard, there's going to be an orb that drops. And if for some reason it goes away, probably wait, another wizard is likely to spawn, but that thing seemed to be hanging there for a while. And you'll notice it actually gives you a little target. So you're going to bring this orb. You can move normally. And you're probably going to have some ads inside, so don't worry too much about those. But as you come down this way, we got a few things to pick up along the way. And the nice thing is, if you just go to switch weapons, you can drop the orb. So I can pick up this anchor. Crap. Pick up the anchor, not the ball. It's going to roll down the hill. It's totally fine. It's where it's going anyway. And also, we've got a wall right here. You may as well open this one. There's a barrier breach for some reason. I kind of see what they're doing with this one, but don't worry about that. We're not even really going to need it. And now that you've got the scepter wall done, and you've also got your anchor, before you go to actually plant this guy in, I love how he's just rolling exactly where it's supposed to be going. I'm going to grab this. It seems to be staying there, so you probably can leave it. If for some reason it goes away, you might have to kill the wizard again, but as long as you don't get kicked, you're probably fine. And I'm just going to come down here. I'm going to grab Barrier Breach. And I'm just going to knock this chest out now so you don't have to do it again. So grab our chests. This is a trivial mystery. Alright. So now some of the chaos begins. But before we do this, actually, I do want you guys to plant this in, but we're not going to do everything with it, so don't freak out.
I sense other wizards somewhere beyond.
So, you got a lot of portals? Don't worry about that for now. All I'm going to have you guys do is come up here. And if you still have Barrier Breach, you can refresh it. But there's actually other ways to do this. So, multiple people have told this to me, and now that True Sight is extended, it's going to be even easier. So you can go True Sight right here. You can jump out this direction. Jump over here. Jump right up in this little crevice. Jump up here. This is actually pretty much an easier path anyway. And with True Sight, you are going to have a chest up here waiting for you. Right here is this chest on the top. It's an enigmatic mystery. And then also, right over here, you're going to have this anchor. Now, if you want to actually take the platforms, you can actually get back inside. Actually, you can't. I'm going to die. This is going to be a fun cut. See you guys on the other side. Okay. Well, this is how I meant to get up here anyway. The chest was right here. So, we're going to have a fun cut. Basically, if you have true sight, make sure it's long enough that you jump down there, get the anchor, and then jump back up because you don't have barrier breach. There's two different ways you can go about this. Anyway, your goal is to come from the top then and go back inside the room we were in. And now we're going to do all the crazy portal fun. This is basically almost towards the end of it, actually, as well. You got a few more pieces that we'll get. The other option, if you really wanted to know... Yeah, don't mind that portal. The first barrier breach that I picked up, if you would have actually been fast about it, take the barrier breach from the bottom. So literally what you do, you grab barrier breach from there. You run in here, you grab the chest, you refresh barrier breach. And then, just don't go through a portal. Go to the side of them. You've got plenty of time when that thing's refreshed, like 40 seconds. You could even refresh it right there if you really need to, but you don't. And then you would grab True Sight here. And if Barrier Breach is active and refreshed, all you do is take the portals that went down. Just take those to the top, grab the chest on the roof, and then come back inside. So you got two different ways to do it. I probably did it the more chaotic way, but sorry about that. I've done it both ways in two different videos, so somehow you guys have probably seen it. So, this is the main part of Ascendant Mystery 2. You've got all these portals. And the main thing that you want to do is look at the symbols on the ceiling. So I've got these that look like little, portable turrets, is basically what I call them in my head. Figure out whatever you want to call them. I've got a double equals. I've got the little triangle. I've got what I call a little hamburger. And then you've got the little thing that looks like a small robot cheering. So that's what I'm going to call those. Technical names are not. So you'll notice you've got portals around me right now. Most of them do not match any of those symbols except this one. So you're going to always remember these are the symbols. You got you got cheering guy, hamburger, there's the ship from Star Wars, which what the heck? I can shoot. What did I hit? That's weird. Anyway, that looks like the ship from Star Wars, double equals, and these look like a little mini turret. So you're going to follow the proper symbols the whole way through. So hamburger first. We're going to go through, and you're going to have one of these wizards. Try to get out of its little slow field, and you'll notice there's an orb, but it's back at the beginning. So all you really need to do is pass back through the same portal you entered from. Grab the flame and go back through the hamburger. We're going to go ahead and dunk this. It's going to open up 3 more portals. Take a second. So that looks like an ice cream cone. That looks like that. And this is our little Star Wars ship, or basically the big letter A. This is the one we've got from the inside. And now we're back on one of these outer islands. So you got a lot of ads out here. We're going to take these out. Again, my fusion rifle's hitting extremely hard because I have particle deconstruction. So just remember that. And this is null composure. It's pretty easy to get. And you'll notice once again, the orb is way across the map. So once you've cleared out all the ads, just to make your life easier, all you got to do, once the wizard is dead at least, you might have a couple stragglers around you. Once again, grab your orb. Same portals. So first hamburger. And then the Star Wars ship, or the letter A. And we're going to go ahead and dunk this one. Now you got 3 more. Wait for the symbols to appear. This is our little cheering robot man. So we're going to go through the portal on the right. And these are the same as last time. So you may not even have the symbols change. You may just go through the same portals that I'm going through and be fine. So far they've been the same. I'm guessing that's probably intentional. So now, we got wizard. This is our Soulfire Witch. We got a couple wizards outside. Now, before we go back through the portal, I do want to show you guys that there are 1 or 2 little secrets out here. So we're on top of the big spire way up here in the top. Remember this one? And that's actually where we were looking at the portal, so all this connects. But it's hard to see, but one of these little True Sight things is actually inside this thing. So if you grab True Sight, you're going to have a couple platforms. Going to get our anchor here. Then keep coming down. That guy is immune. For some reason, he's immune every time. So just grab your chest. It's a trivial mystery. If you need a refresh, grab True Sight. And I do not know why that guy's immune, but he stays immune for me, and he was the last instance too. Work your way back up top. Now, go through the portal. You're going to be back in here. It's like we got a straggler. We're going to grab our flame. And we're going to go Hamburger. Letter A. And then Jumpy Robot Wally guy. And then light the path. Sorry, I was waiting for portals to appear. So the last one that we've got, not that one. We've got the double equals, so we're going to go to our right. And then out here, we've got, again, this is right by Beacon 2, if you remember. And we've got this thing, and we get to go dunk it out here. And we are almost done with this extremely long thing that we've got here. Dunk this and light the path. Final portal awaits. This is going to take us way out to a far island that I figured we'd get to at some point, and we're finally here how we're supposed to. Gonna have some ads that come down. Couple thrall, nothing major. There's a wizard, as you can tell, since I'm being slowed. And pretty much just get in here and hide for a second. You do not have to turn on safe passage, so don't think that you have to. So now we're going to have our wizard. And this is where your linear fusion rifle is going to come into play, as long as I can hit my shots. Come on. It's at a weird angle. So if you feel like you want to come out here. There we go. You can see it. And dead. Alright. And if you want a little closer fight, maybe you brought a different heavy with you, you can use True Sight. Jump on this platform. You'll be able to travel at normal speed. And travel up here. But if you don't invoke True Sight, you're not going to have all those crazy, like, high-level enemies sitting around here as well. And this is Ascendant Mystery 2.
The Hive sought to create a breachway between this
And that
realm
is
and
Light
Spore
the
Ra's
Way.
throne world? I am uncertain such a ritual could have succeeded.
So if we come in here and check our
Zero
triumphs,
must be desperate
we've got the
to
Lord of the
stop
Undercroft.
Saturn.
That was the first Ascendant Mystery with the, like, 3
Unfortunate.
relics and the shielded boss. This was Light the Way, so we investigated the debris field and covered all that stuff. So that's both of Wayfinding Wrath, so we've got all the mysteries. And then also, we got the Hive Movements, that's the Undercroft. We've got the Wrathful Maneuvers, that's the Outer Islands, the one that you couldn't not bump into. And then the staging area, that's the one right by Beacon 1. And that's the Caches of Wrath. And I've done all the previous ones before as well. If you go to the Shattered Realm, that is everything. At this point, I've done them all, but I think there's probably something in the forest that I haven't quite done yet. But that is basically everything that we got to do. The nice thing is you've got a portal. It'll take you back in here. If you need to grab any ammo, you can. And then if you need to clear it, which you may or may not need to clear it again, then you can just head inside and knock it out. I think you have to do these like 28 times in a Shattered Realm. There's going to be a legend difficulty, but if you want to clear it for another clear, head on inside to number 3 and finish them up. They all die pretty quick in there too. But that is every mystery chest, anchor. Probably missed like one random like Egger Scepter wall, but that's all 3 memory caches, both Ascendant Mysteries, all trivial and enigmatic chests for sure. And if I missed a wall, sadly they don't even have too much value anymore since they auto-completed the Triumph. So that is it. If you guys enjoyed this video, please drop a like below. If you are enjoying the content from me, please hit that subscribe button and the alert bell. That'll make sure my new videos come from me to you. I'm also going to be checking out New World, so please come check those out with me. I'm going to be trying to stream it if I can get through the queue. But if you guys are new to the channel, you can find me over on Twitter, @ebontis, and then Twitch. Also streaming where I recorded this one live, and then also here on YouTube. If you guys want to support me directly, you can hit that join button, or also hit me up on Patreon. Thank you all very much. Y'all are fantastic. I'll see you soon.